Well, Gauteng Safety MEC Faith Mazibuko has condemned the looting.
To really condemn what is happening, it can't be right that our people, they loot all in the name of saying they're taking law onto themselves. And whether there's a car, there's a what, but you can't be provoked when you don't necessarily know what's happening. So really wish to condemn what has happened, and we are calling for restraint from our people, because as they run around, run amok, carrying things, there are even little children that are walking in the streets. They may end up being injured whilst they are trying to run away from some of these looted shops. But I want to congratulate the police. They actually acted very fast. Some of the spaza shops were actually saved, even from Inzola, because then there were helicopters and all those things. But where police were still slow to respond, that's when they were able to successfully be able to loot those shops. And overnight, all of us, we did not sleep because there were sporadic incidences. Others were now breaking into some of these spaza shops as much as they are closed. So I wish to call our communities to practice restraint and be patient and never do things that will make them to be on the wrong side of the law.
Let's go live now to Lindokuhle, who's been in Soweto most of this morning as he tracks that story for us. Lindokuhle, good morning. Just where are you exactly and what's happening where you are at this stage?
Well, Praten, the story is in fact developing. I can tell you right now I'm outside the Kagiso police station, and when we spoke to MEC Mazibuko as well as the provincial commissioner, they told us that in fact they are condemning this in the strongest terms, and what they are doing is that they're asking for the people of Soweto and obviously the province to just leave it to them, and if there is any information around counterfeit goods or anything that seems to be untoward from the foreign shop owners, then they must report it to the police. And in fact, what we will be doing right now is that we will be following the police as they go and address some of the tip-offs that they've got, particularly here around Kagiso, saying that they have a tip-off that there is counterfeit goods that are being sold around here. And that's the operation. They're saying that they're trying to instill confidence in the people of the province that if there is tip-offs, they will be following up. And this is exactly what we will be doing right now. After condemning this, they're saying now they will be acting on those tip-offs. And right now they have just left us. We will be catching up with them. We have their location where they are going to raid some of these places and see if there is any counterfeit goods that are being sold. But what they said is that leave it to us, leave it to the police, leave it to law enforcement authorities to take care of such things. And they are condemning the looting and taking the law into their own hands from the residents of Soweto particularly, but of course saying that the province at large must just leave it to the police to deal with such things.
Okay, Lindokuhle, Kagiso is the west of Johannesburg. It's not in Soweto. From what you're just saying now, are you saying that police have picked up that there could also be trouble in Kagiso?
Well, what police are saying is that they got a tip from people here in Kagiso that there might be counterfeit goods, which is exactly the process they are trying to instill here, saying that the residents of Soweto acted in a manner that is not acceptable to them. And what they are doing right now is following up on those tips from Kagiso, the tips saying that there are people selling counterfeit goods. We are yet to see whether this is from the foreign shop owners or in fact local shop owners. But what the police are saying is that condemning this act from Soweto residents, they will be acting. They just need the tip-off, and they're saying that the people of Soweto, the people of Gauteng, should instill confidence in the police, and they will respond to those things. And this comes after the fact that some of the people, in fact, around this incident are claiming that this is a retaliation of the violence that was shown to the police when they tried to raid some of the shops in the CPD. But what they are saying is that the police can take care of themselves. They can take care of these situations, and what they need is the communication and not people to take the law into their own hands. And we will be giving you those visuals later on, showing you some of the raids that will be happening here around Kagiso, that police are trying to actually ensure that there is no such thing as what happened yesterday in around Soweto. What they will be doing is that give it to the police, and they will do it in an orderly and lawful way.
Okay, thank you very much, Lindo Guhle. He's now in Kagiso, west of Johannesburg. And Kagiso, I think, forms part of Mogale City, in fact, near Krugersdorp. And that's where the police have received some tip-offs about some counterfeit goods in some shops in that township. And they are checking it out before there could be similar trouble like we saw overnight in Soweto. Earlier, we understood from the police that things are calmer now in Soweto following that overnight looting of foreign-owned shops.